to our story time, I have a question for you. What is your favorite thing about fall? Is it the Halloween and getting dressed up in fun costumes? Is it maybe the upcoming holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas? Is it maybe the cooler weather? I personally like all the pretty colors that we get to see on the trees, and I also like to bake lots of really yummy treats around this time of year too. So, I have another question for you. There are usually two main foods that we see everywhere this time of year. Can you guess what they are? Here's a hint. One is red, and it's a really handy fruit to put in your lunchbox when you go to school. And it can also go really great in all kinds of pies and desserts. Do you know what it is? It's an apple. Okay, here's the other food. It's orange and it's big and it's a squash. And when it's Halloween time, you can carve it out and you can make jack-o'-lanterns from it. And at Thanksgiving, you can use the inside of the food to make a really yummy pie that a lot of families eat. Do you know what it is? It's pumpkins. And that is what we're going to talk about today in Storytime. We're going to talk about apples and pumpkins. But first, let's do our hello song.
Hello, hello. Hi. Can you clap your hands? Hello, hello.
Hello.
Can you clap your hands? Can you stretch up high? Can you touch your toes? Can you turn around? Can you say hello?
Hello.
Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet? Hello, hello.
Hello.
Can you stamp your feet? Can you stretch up high? Can you touch your toes? Can you turn around? Can you say hello?
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Can you clap your hands? Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet?
Good job. Now, like we always do in our story time, we have to learn how to say words in different languages. Today, because we're going to be talking about both apples and pumpkins, we're going to learn how to say both apples and pumpkins in American Sign Language and in Spanish. Okay? In American Sign Language, to say the word apple, you first take your right index finger, and this knuckle part right here, you put it against your cheek and you twist your finger back and forth like this. This is how you say apple in American Sign Language. To say pumpkin in American Sign Language, you need to make a C shape with your hand, put it against your chin, and then you're going to squash your hand together like this, like a fist, okay? And you're going to do it 2 times, okay? So make a C shape, squash, C shape, squash. Good job. You want to practice both words one more time? Okay. To do apple, you take your right finger, index finger knuckle, and you put it against your chin, and you twist your hand back and forth. To do orange, we make our C shape, and we squash it to a fist, C shape, squash into a fist. Good job. To say the word apple in Spanish, the word is manzana. Can you say it too? It's kind of tricky, I know. It's kind of a tongue twister. Manzana. Good job. To say the word orange, it's naranja. Very good. Say it again. Naranja. Good job. Now we know how to say both apple and orange in American Sign Language and in Spanish. So let's go on to our first book. Okay, for our first book, we're going to read 16 Runaway Pumpkins by Diane Ogletree and illustrated by Anne Sophia Langwitton. Have you ever wondered what would happen if 16 pumpkins ran away from you? Well, I think our main character will figure it out. It's harvest time in the pumpkin patch. Sam tells Gramps, "Hooray! I'll pick you lots of pumpkins. I'll fill up my wagon today." Sam finds one tiny pumpkin, then a plump one. Sam has two. She sees two more under a vine, playing peekaboo. And see, 2 plus 2 is 4. So now Sam has 4 pumpkins. Sam dumps them into the wagon. She counts the pumpkins there. 4 of them thump bump together. There's plenty of room to share. She plunks 4 chunky pumpkins next to the other 4. 8 pumpkins thunk clunk together. Can Sam double her pumpkin score? Double? Whoa, let's see. 8 plus 8 is what? Is that 16 pumpkins? Whoa. Sam stacks 8 lumpy pumpkins on the 8 pumpkin clump inside. 16 pumpkins slam jammed together. It's one jiggly wiggly ride. I imagine so. Let's see if we can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 is hidden right over the corner. That is a lot of pumpkins. The wagon wobbles. The wagon tips. Pumpkins slip out from behind. Look out! Sam shouts as each pumpkin becomes the hill-rolling bowling ball kind. Oh no, all the pumpkins are escaping! Now whoosh, the pumpkins pick up speed. They tumble, they rumble, they glide. They're on a roll, out of control, on a stump, bumping, ditch, jumping slide. Oh man, they're gonna run into all the cows and the sheep down here. Oh no. 8 pumpkins skate past Gramps' garden gate. 4 dash through the open door. He's scaring Grandma while at it. Sam runs after runaway pumpkins that skid on Gramps' clean kitchen floor. Oh no. I don't think his kitchen floor is so clean anymore. Gramps winks at Sam. Don't worry, he says, about a cracked pumpkin or two. He hands Sam a spoon and an old flannel shirt. I know just what we can do. What can you do with a bunch of cracked pumpkins on the floor? Got any guesses? Pots and pans rattle, egg beaters fly. In double time, Sam helps bake pie after pie. Of course. But what kind of pie can you make from pumpkins? Do you know the answer? Sam's family comes to the table. Forks are raised with a happy sigh. And Sam and her kin dig in with a grin. They all feast on Sam's pumpkin pie. Yum. The end. Wow, that was a bunch of pumpkins to roll away at the same time. But doesn't making all kinds of pumpkin pies sound so much fun? Maybe since Thanksgiving is coming up soon, you can help your parents make a fun dessert for Thanksgiving. Yeah? But for now, since we've already read a book about pumpkins, let's do a really fun rhyme about how big pumpkins are, okay? So, pumpkin, pumpkin, on the ground. Can you touch the ground? Pumpkin, pumpkin, how did you get so round? Man, this pumpkin is huge. Once you were a seed, oh so small. But now you're a great big ball. Let's make really big pumpkins. You want to do it one more time? Okay. Pumpkin, pumpkin, on the ground. How did you get so round? Make a really big circle because our pumpkin's huge. Once you were a seed, oh so small. but now you're a great big ball. Good job. Okay, now that we've talked about pumpkins a bit and we read a book about pumpkins, let's go on to apples. I have a fun rhyme for us here today. But first, let's count how many apples we see. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 apples hung in the tree. When the farmer wasn't looking, a special friend came to eat. What is it? What animal is that? It's a squirrel, and he goes munch, munch, munch. And he takes a whole apple. Now how many apples do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 apples hung in the tree. When the farmer wasn't looking, a special friend came to munch. Who do you think came to munch? Who is he? It's a little porcupine. Munch, munch, munch. And he takes another apple. Oh man, our critters are taking our food. So now how many apples do we have? Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 apples left. So 3 apples hung in the tree. When the farmer wasn't looking, a special friend came to munch. Who is he? It's a little beaver, and he goes munch, munch, munch. And he takes another apple. So now we have 2 apples left. 1, 2. So there are 2 apples hung in a tree. When the farmer wasn't looking, a special friend came to munch. Who is he? It's a raccoon, and he goes munch, 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 and he takes another apple. Now all we have is 1 last apple hung in a tree. When the farmer wasn't looking, a special friend came to munch. What is it? It's a little chick. And this chick is really hungry, so it goes munch, munch, munch. And it takes another apple. And now we have no more apples left in our tree. Now let's go on to our second book. For our next book, it's going to be a special treat. It is 10 Apples Up on Top by Dr. Seuss, but it is written by Theo Lessig. This is going to be a fun one, I think. 10 apples up on top. What could he mean by 10 apples up on top? Let's see. 1 apple up on top. Oh, look, the lion is balancing an apple on his head. Now 2 apples up on top. 1, 2. Look, you. I can do it too, says the dog. Look, see? I can do 3. 1, 2, 3. You can do 3, but I can do more. You have 3, but I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a lot of apples to bounce in your head. Look, see now, I can hop with 4 apples up on top. And I can hop up on a tree with 4 apples up on me. Man, can you jump rope inside a tree with 4 apples on your head? I don't think I could. Look here, you 2. See here, you 2. I can get 5 on top. Can you? Man, now the tiger says he can get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 apples bouncing on his head. It's so many apples. I am so good, I will not stop. 5 now, 6 now, 7 on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 whole apples. Wow! 7 apples up on top. I am so good, they will not drop. 5, 6, 7, fun, fun, fun. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But see, we are as good as you. Look now, we have 7 too. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, the lion and the dog have 7 apples now too. They are really good. Now see here, 8. 8 on top. 8 apples up, not one will drop. But I can do 9 and hop and drink. You cannot do this, I think. Can you hop and drink milk while balancing 9 apples on your head? 9 is very good, but then, come on, and we will make it 10. 10 apples bouncing on their heads. Let's see if we can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They did it! Look! 10 apples up on top. We are not going to let them drop. They are really good at balancing apples. The end. Whoa, that was a lot of apples to balance on your head. Can you balance that many apples on your head? You can. Well, can you balance 10 whole apples on your head while riding a bike downhill? Maybe you should ask your parents first before trying it. For now though, let's go ahead and do another rhyme about pumpkins. We actually did this rhyme a couple weeks ago in our Hello Read Storytime, but it fits so well with today's theme, I thought we should bring it back. So, we have, how many pumpkins do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 little pumpkins sitting on a gate. The first one says, my, it's getting late. The second one says, there's frost in the air. And the third one says, we don't care. The fourth one says, let's run, run, run. And the fifth one says, are you ready for some fun? Then, woo! And out went the lights, and the 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight. The end. Good job. And since we've done our pumpkin rhyme, let's do one more rhyme about apples too, okay? So we have 10 bright red yummy apples hanging in a tree, 5 for you and 5 for me. So let's shake, 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 shake. And so all 10 apples will fall below. And it goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yippee! You want to do it again? Okay. So we have 10 bright red yummy apples hanging in a tree, 5 for you and 5 for me. So let's shake the tree, shake, 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 and all 10 apples will fall below. And it goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yippee! Now let's go on to our last book. Okay, for our last story, we're going to read Apple Cake. It's a gratitude story. I thought this book would be perfect because Thanksgiving is coming in a couple of weeks, and we always talk about things that we're thankful for. So this book is a little girl who wants to make an apple cake. And whenever you make an apple cake, you have all kinds of ingredients you've got to use. So we're going to find out ways she can be thankful for all the ingredients she gets to put in her apple cake. Okay? And it's written by Don Casey. Thank you, hedge. Thank you, tree. Thank you, flower, and thank you, bee. Thank you, rain, and thank you, sun, because we need both the sun and the rain to grow our pretty plants. Thank you, farmers, everyone. Because farmers grow our food. Thank you, cows, and thank you, hens. Let's see, what food do you get from cows and hens? Well, from a cow, you can get milk, and from hens, we get our eggs. Thank you, family, and thank you, friends who like to try our yummy food. And they're really good for helping us pick apples. Thank you, earth beneath our feet. Thank you for the food we eat. Aw, everyone is sharing. Hedge and tree, flower, bee, cows and hens, family and friends, earth and water, fire and air. Thank you for the gifts you share. Oh, look at that. Fun neighbors are working together to make a fantastic, I'm sure, apple cake. Thank you for the food we make. Thank you all for apple cake. And if you check this book out of the library, we even have fun recipe to make your own apple cake that maybe your family can make for this holiday season. The end. Okay, I have a special surprise for you. Instead of doing a couple of more rhymes about pumpkins and apples, I have a game for you. And this game is a matching game with all kinds of different colors, pumpkins, and apples. And it's something that your parents can print off the library website. So all they need to do is go to our library website, which they'll see on the screen, and print off the game for you, and then you can play this game however often you want. How cool is that? For now though, thank you so much for joining me for today's story time. Didn't we have fun? Listen, we got to practice counting all the way up to 10 by counting our apples and our pumpkins. And in one book, we got to count all the way to 16. Whoa, that's a huge number. We even got to shake some of our wiggles out, and we read 3 whole books. I hope you had as much fun today in our story time as I did, and I can't wait to see you guys